every single thing I put into it, I get out tenfold through his commitment and ability. Toastmaster, very welcome guests, and everyone who's ever dreamed of running their own company. But for me, my first job wasn't so easy. When I left school, I had very little experience in web development, and because of this, I sent a letter and my CV to every single company in the southeast of England. I'd even stated that I'd be willing to work for free. So there I sat every morning by the letterbox, duly waiting for the barrage of responses to come through. But did they arrive? No. Until one day, a small handwritten envelope landed on the hallway floor with my name on it. My name on it! I couldn't believe it. I ripped it open, I held it up, and it read, "We are pleased to offer you a job in web development." I couldn't believe it. This is it. I'd finally made it. So, things aren't always as they seem. When I actually started the job, I had to work in my employer's house. Not that bad, but not that great. When I eventually got there, I found I had to work in his upstairs bedroom. I couldn't believe it. So, I'd been working there for about a month, and it would, the silver lining of the new job had turned into more of a fading grey. The hours had got much, much longer. I found I was being pushed more and more into telesales, and the web development training had never really started. So, the first major incident that made me really question my job happened on a cold, serene winter's day. And we were sitting in the upstairs bedroom, and it was a very silent, peaceful time with my boss. Until one moment, the silence was monumentally broken. My boss was sitting right next to me, and he all of a sudden let out the most almighty fart. I couldn't believe it. Let me just paint the picture. We're sitting in the upstairs bedroom in the middle of winter with the windows shut. It's absolutely stank. I couldn't believe it. Seriously, this 50-year-old man, he didn't even blink, let alone apologise. It's horrible. The second incident that made me really question my job at that company it had been building up since I started working there, and I could tell it was only ever going to get worse. Now, I'm not really sure my boss had told his wife that we were going to be using the upstairs bedroom as the office. And so every few weeks they'd have a massive argument. She'd come storming into the room, barging me out of the way, screaming at the top of her voice, "What the hell are you doing in here?" I couldn't believe it. This woman was literally towering above me. I mean, what would you do? What would you think? So the two major incidents that had really put my job into question. The third incident really paved the way for my departure from that company. What happened was that one of our clients had decided to take my boss to court over late delivery of the project. And because of this, my boss turned around to me and said he was going to countersue if he lost the case. I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely horrified. I was here looking up to this man, and he's telling me he's going to sue me. So what eventually happened was that after a couple of years, the guy taking my boss to court won the case, and my boss was therefore not allowed to countersue against me. For 2 years I had to worry about that. 2 years I was physically sick because of my boss. So that was my first job. And that was the reason why I told you about Daniel at the beginning, my first employee. I'm now grateful for the experience I was given by my boss, because I now know everything I shouldn't do, and I can now provide Daniel with every opportunity I was never given. Mr. Toastmaster.